Yo, 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 what is going on? What's going on? How's everybody doing today? As you see, I.OW Sports Crew is in the building. Myself, Detroit Mel, MJ, Jersey Boy MJ. How we doing today, fellas?
Good, man. Good. What up, though?
Doing good, man. Doing good.
That's what's up. That's what's up, man. Y'all know what it is. It's Thursday, so we got to talk sports. We did not have a Monday show. We apologize for that. Boy, I was tired, man.
Hey, man, it's all right. It happens, bro. It happens.
I took me a good on that. I woke up, it was 6 o'clock.
You need that, bro. Sometimes you need that.
Hey, Mel, what's you going to do when you get our age?
Die?
Hey, man, don't put that on me, man. Don't you dare put that on me, Ricky Bobby. Don't you dare put that on me, Ricky Bobby. Nah, man. I hope everybody's having a good week so far. Just the last time we was on, MJ made his return. Always a pleasure to see our brother back in action.
Right.
Sucks his Knicks shit the bed. I mean,
fuck me.
Really? You gotta talk like that.
Hey, man, I'm just saying, man. I doubted them. They gave me hope, and then they let me down.
Oh, you said the Knicks. I thought you said Nick. My bad.
No,
I like, fuck Nick.
No, we ain't worried about Nick. Fuck Nick, man. No, fuck that guy.
All right, I'll join in. Fuck Nick.
Nah, man. So the Knicks got eliminated, and then we are on to Eastern Conference Finals. The Pacers and the Celtics had game one last night, went into overtime. Pretty entertaining game. As always, the Celtics was playing with their food, man, and
always, bro.
Man, I don't know what's
up.
Mess
around, man. The way because Indiana actually played pretty decent game. They might mess around and get beat. Keep doing that mess. They catch up to you.
Oh hell yeah, dude! Hell yeah, dude! They keep it up, man. They gonna be at home with us watching the finals.
Watching the finals just like we doing. For real.
So that was a good game, and then
some popcorn.
Then we had the Mavericks and the Timberwolves last night. So the Pacers and Knicks were 2 days ago. They play again tonight. And then we had Mavericks and Timberwolves last night.
All right.
Man, I don't know. I mean, Timberwolves just looked tired, man. That 7-game series looked like they took it out on them, man. But no excuses, right? No excuses.
I mean, that's how I look at it. In full disclosure, I watched the highlights more than I watched the game. But while I was watching, I still have hope for the Timberwolves because they actually, I mean, despite some of the mistakes they made and some of they actually was running them boys. You know what I'm saying? Playing good defense. So I think if they can keep that pace up, they'll probably win the series. I believe they win the series.
Oh, so you're going Timberwolves? Going with the young bulls, huh?
Going with the young bulls. The young bulls.
Okay, I ain't mad at it. I mean, I think this is another 7-game series, if you ask me.
Yeah, it could be.
Only reason why I say that is because them boys is just gonna keep going back and forth. I know Ant had a down game into his standards.
Mm-hmm.
But Kyrie played well at the beginning of the game, and then Luka ended up being the closer.
Right.
Which I gotta give him. I gotta give them two credit because I didn't think it was. I didn't think it wasn't gonna work. I didn't think it was gonna work.
I didn't either.
I didn't know it.
Let me ask y'all a question. Who the hell else was on Dallas? I ain't been in the loop with that too much, so I don't know who was on that team.
Well, they got some solid role players.
Yeah, most of the role players, mostly just Kyrie, Luka, and the role players.
Pretty much the guys that's been kind of. Well, yeah, it's Kyrie, Luka, and role players.
Yeah.
PJ Washington been playing good ball for him in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm. I mean, they got some solid role players. You know what I'm saying? I think the Timberwolves bench is a little deeper than the Mavs, so that's why I think the Timberwolves will probably win. And hell, even Gobert was actually playing pretty good.
Yeah, but they got to play with more heart than what they did, man.
It's just like it seemed like towards the end, man. It just kind of like
they got gas
out.
Yeah,
it's like, all right, man, shit.
And like, oh,
I got this one.
yeah.
For real.
You be like, bro, come on, got to muscle a little bit more. But they couldn't.
Times, like I saw, Carl Anthony, or just say Cat. I'm sorry, I think the name too long. Cat throw the alley-oop to Gobert. They did that a couple of times. That shit was working.
Yeah, I hear you.
You know, it's just like, to me, it's some of the things they did was inexperience. Like when Towns was down there, he had 4 people around him. He kept trying. He should have kicked it out. You got 4 people on you, somebody open.
Yeah,
it's only 5 people on the court. You know what I'm saying? You got 4 people down there, kicked that ball out for an easier shot, and he kept trying to, muscle it up. They blocked it out of turnover. They went down, scored. So that's inexperience. That's just young inexperience. So I think if they can clean some of that stuff up, they'll win the series.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up because I think sometimes the inexperience makes a difference, man. Especially when you get into conference finals time. Like this is the time where when you got people like Luka who's been to a conference finals before, you got Kyrie who's been to a conference finals and a finals before, won a championship. So you do got some kind of playoff pedigree and people that's been there and done that with that experience that can help them. Some of the cats on the Mavericks has never been there before. Now, when you look at the people on the Timberwolves, man, you still got people whose first playoff experience period is happening.
Right.
I know Cat's been there. I know Gobert's been there, but they haven't made it to conference finals. So that's that's a different level of pressure, man. That's a different level of not only pressure, expectations. Because once you get there, man, there's nothing left. Like
because like you look at it from before, them making the playoffs before, no one really expected anything from them. So they kind of just go out and carefree play, no pressure. Now that you see they got further along in the finals, now everybody pointing to, hey, the Timberwolves might be the favorite. And sometimes that pressure, you know what I'm saying, will get you to make mistakes, or it not make mistakes, but it gets to you enough where it gets into your head, and you make bonehead plays, or trying to force the ball, trying to play hero ball because, hey man, we the team to beat, that kind of thing. So it's a different kind of level when you start getting success.
Oh yeah, especially because that was a close game. It was only a 3-point difference in that game. So when you get into situations like that, hey man, buttholes get a little tighter, man, and a little bit tighter. So there's something that you got to account for. That no Diddy. No Diddy. So I mean, when you that helps with that experience for sure, right there.
Right
now, if my thing is that was a big win for Dallas to win on the road, and to be honest, I was kind of surprised that their defense kind of kept them in that game too. Dallas ain't been known for their defense. Luka even made some defensive plays. Woo! Luka played some defense.
And Luka gets lucked up into a play.
Hey, you say what you want, but the man played some defense, made a couple of key plays down that stretch on the defensive side.
When you sag off your man for 95% of the time, you know what I'm saying? You can do stuff like that because you got all your energy.
Hey, that 5%.
Couple times he left his man wide open when he go check him.
Oh yeah, but that 5% showed up when it mattered, dog.
Oh yeah, you right. You're right.
Hey, so that 5% showed up when it mattered. So here's the deal. I don't think Minnesota can go down 0-2 with these first 2 games at home.
No.
So when they play that game tomorrow, I think Minnesota needs to come out with a different type of, hair on fire type of energy, and they got to set the tone early.
I agree.
Because if they go down 0-2, man, I'm not gonna say the series is over, but it makes it so much harder for you to climb out because it's an emotionally defeat that you got to get past.
Because you got to win 2 first before you really get ahead.
Yeah. Because
like you 2 in a hole, really, technically.
Hey, that 2 in a hole. Whew. Hey, man, this ain't a 9mm. You don't want to be 2 in a hole.
Right.
This is a different situation, man. You stuck like Chuck. You behind the 8 ball for real.
For real.
And then that goes back to what we were just talking about a second ago when it comes about that experience. You go down 0-2. Now you trying to think like, damn, man, how do I emotionally get my team up?
Right.
Get back into this. Because when they was playing Denver, you were up 2-0. And that's a different situation. Right. And you let them back in the series. Yes, you went 7 games and won it, but going up 2-0 and being down 2 are 2 totally separate, different situations and scenarios. And when you don't have that experience of cats ain't been getting past the first round, and you're in the conference finals, hey, that's a whole different ball game, man. That's a whole different ball game. But we'll see what happens when that series happens tomorrow. But as for that Indiana and Boston, I'll say this. I know Boston's up 1-0 and they play tonight. Boston, I think the pressure's on Boston. The reason why I say this is because this is their 3rd straight Eastern Conference Finals. 3rd straight. And you went to the finals once. Y'all done paid Jaylen Brown. You over there thinking how you gonna get this max contract to Jason Tatum. You acquired KP, Kristaps Porzingis. You pretty much readjusted your roster for the most part. Added Drew Holiday. He did well as a defensive on the perimeter. Right. You're not getting much from him offensively. I mean, that's well known.
You get flashes, but you don't get much.
Hey, man, a flash is a flash, man. Hey, man, if you lived your life off flashes, man, you have some great memories, but is you living one hell of a reckless life, damn it.
For real.
There's no substance to it. So,
right.
The reason why the reason why the pressure is on them is because I think they gotta win, because if you don't, you already paid Jaylen Brown. I think you still paid Jason Tatum, but then you have to reevaluate the rest of that roster.
See, but here's the issue: you lose, then you got to consider, do you want to get rid of Jason Tatum?
I don't know if I can do that. Get rid of Jason Tatum. He's the better one of the 2, but they already paid Jaylen Brown, so it's kind of like,
yeah. So one of them had to go. I mean, to me, it's like if you can do it 3 times with basically the same core people and still can't get over the hump, the issue got to be with some of the core people. He didn't pay Jaylen Brown, so the next logical thing is, what can I get for Tatum?
Oof. So you're saying you would take Jaylen Brown over Jason Tatum? That's what you're saying?
But you didn't pay Jaylen Brown.
Man, come on, man. I don't care if I paid him or not. I can't get rid of Jason Tatum.
Why? He's soft, man.
No, Jason Tatum is closer to a superstar than what Jaylen Brown is.
Don't matter.
And I'm not saying neither one of those guys are superstars. I'm saying Jason Tatum is a star. He's not a superstar yet.
Okay.
I think he's on the cusp. Now, Jaylen Brown he's on the cusp of being a solid role player and a star. That's where I think Jaylen Brown is, but they already paid him. That's just because of the market.
That's what I'm saying. You already paid him. So, okay. It's like most sports, we watch a lot of sports.
Yeah.
So in most sports, when you have a team that constantly goes, let's take the Buffalo team in the 90s, right? They constantly went to the Super Bowl but lost. Basically the same nucleus, few pieces here and there, but basically you still had Bruce Smith, you still had Kelly quarterback, and you still had the basic, Thurman Thomas, Andre Reed. You still had the basic core every time you went. Yeah. So the issue has to be with that core. So my thing is, you got Boston with the 3 straight, East finals and one, Eastern Conference final and one final.
Yeah,
I still can't get over the hump. So you need to shake something up. Something's got to be wrong. Let's shake something up because we added Porzingis. That didn't seem to work. You know what I'm saying? So now I see what else we need to do.
I think they moved Porzingis before they moved Tatum.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying. I'm saying you added Drew Holiday, added Porzingis.
Mm-hmm.
You technically, you can say it was an upgrade, and your upgrade still wasn't good enough. So now I gotta look at, okay, now what else is the issue? Well, here's my two main people, Brown, Tatum. I didn't pay Brown. It'd be harder to move him than financially.
They already swapped coaches.
Yeah, you already swapped coaches. It'd be hard to move him financially. So,
well, one got ousted because he couldn't keep his hands to himself.
Hey man,
he them freaky girls. He's a little freak. So,
are you talking about my man
Eduke?
Eduke, yeah.
Yeah, he was over there being a little freaky on the job, trying to get some cutty on the job.
Yeah, this motherfucker. It's like, bro, why you don't shit where you eat? That's the basic. They're saying everybody know that.
I mean, I know that rule.
It's different if you work at. It's different you work at McDonald's on fries, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Then you an NBA coach, you'll fuck your money up, nigga. What the hell? You know what I'm saying? You can fuck all the people at McDonald's. Nobody give a There's another one down the street. Nobody give a fuck. You know what I'm saying?
You gonna fire me because I was getting some cutty in the break room? Well, shit. Whatever.
I go the one down the street, bro. I'm good.
I'll find another place to be the prime man. You know,
I go to Burger King. Fuck you. You know what I'm saying? Shit. Burger Chef, something. Fuck.
Yeah. I go somewhere else and freak on the job. So
you know what I'm saying? But you like that? You making that kind of money? Nah, bro.
Yeah.
There's pussy out here in the street you can fuck with before you shit where you eat.
And he messed around on Nia Long?
Yeah, and you got Nia. Man, Nia's fine.
Still fine. Aging like a fine wine, bro.
Still.
Hey, that had to been one of the dumbest things he ever did, dog.
Hey, man, power, man. Go to your head sometimes.
No. That must have been some electric for, that must have been some good. That must have been the golden goose, dog, for you to do all that.
For real.
She must have sucked that thing from behind. He ain't never had that. She said, "I do magic on you, boy." He may say, "What kind of magic?"
Do magic.
He said, "Bend over." Whoa!
Yeah. You can do what?
Yeah, she must have took a golf ball out of garden hose for real. That must.
I don't know, man. I just think that.
That was some Skinner Max, Ashley Madison type shit, bro.
with the Celtics, though, man, they gotta come up with something. If they lose, we just talking about if they lose.
Oh, if they lose, man, come on, bro.
What's the next logical thing? Who you gonna add to your team?
Man,
you added Drew Holiday, you added Porzingis, so you got a big man, you got defense on there, so that covers.
I was thinking this. Maybe you upgrade where Al Horford's at, because obviously he's old.
Well, yeah, Horford's old. You can do that without enough to get you over the hump.
You got to upgrade that position.
But who's out there you can get? Because now you got to think about what you paying him, and you got to pay Tatum. So you only spend so much money.
I don't know what you thinking over there, MJ.
I'm trying to grasp the bridge. Y'all went this way, that way, this way, that way, and that was fast. I was just thinking, if you get rid of Tatum, what's going to be the price? Who can actually bring in that's going to upgrade the team and you can be able to afford them?
Yeah, that's a good point too.
Nah, that's a hella fine point because Tatum's going to
shop him and see. Hey man, at least shop him and see.
Tatum's going to cost, bro.
It's worth a try. I at least shop him and see.
Because if they gave Jaylen Brown damn near I think his extension is like 53 million a year, 52.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So Jason Tatum's extension is going to exceed that. You probably talking 60 million a year.
Yeah. Once you tie them two up on those big contracts, what else you gonna get?
Hey,
you can't afford to get much after that.
That minimum.
It's all right. You know what I'm saying? So now this is your ceiling right here. Final. Finals and losing. That's your ceiling. Because you got basically the same team because you got so much money tied up in those two players.
You ain't got no money to fill the bank either.
Right.
That's a true point right there. Because when you tie them two up, not only do you got to make sure you get the rest of your other three positions on the floor pretty much sewn up, because there's your shooting guard and your small forward already tied up right there between all that money right there. You definitely gonna need a point guard who's going to be willing to take a vet minimum to join that squad. You're going to need a power forward and a center, and you better hope that you either draft well or you find somebody daring enough to take that vet minimum and be okay with being on a contending team but not a prominent role. Because I think if you still have Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown on the Celtics, I think you still compete in the East. Yeah,
you compete. So my thing is, okay, what's your goal, to compete or to win a championship?
Oh well, us as fans, our goal is to win, right? So I'm with you, but if you get to that point where you only can do so much, you can compete for a couple of years maybe, and then hopefully some of it is and obviously depending on how you break down the contracts and play with the money, maybe the first year you're just competing again, and then maybe the next year you might got a little bit of money, you can probably add a couple of pieces here and there and could possibly be more than just competing. Because right now, if you're at 3 straight Eastern Conference Finals, there's no going down.
Right, definitely no going down. Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? Like you can't go in the opposite direction. You have built this level of staying in Eastern Conference Finals for the last 3 years, making a finals appearance. It's only getting to the finals and winning championships at this point in time. And that's what makes it tough on playing with that roster now, because, and despite my personal feelings as a fan of saying you play Jason Tatum, your take is legit. You have to really think about, do I give that extension to him? I think you have to. I think you have to be like, hey, maybe we don't, maybe we do a sign and trade or something else. Or I think at this point, to be realistic, you got to explore all options when it comes to if they don't make it to the finals or win a championship. But the thing is that because they went out, got Porzingis, got Drew Holiday, and got these other cats involved, I think you have to win this championship now, because they're not saying that the Indiana Pacers aren't a good team. I think because they competed with them the other night, and they're going to compete with them again tonight. And they're going to compete with them through the rest of the series. But if you get past them, I like Boston's chances against Dallas. I like Boston's chances against Minnesota. So if you get out this Eastern Conference Finals, to me, there's no more excuses. You got to win that championship at that point in time.
I still think Minnesota matched up well against them compared to Dallas.
Size-wise, no diddy.
Right. For real.
No, for real.
Yeah. I mean, even talent-wise, I think you look at their bench, look at Boston bench, look at Minnesota bench, look at some of their players. I mean, they got Jaylen Brown, they got Tatum. After that, who on Minnesota can't?
He's supposed to come back game 4. That's what they're saying. Porzingis is supposed to be back game 4.
Yeah, he's supposed to be. You think Cat's not as good as Porzingis?
See, that's the problem. Cat is
what about Gobert? Let's say Gobert. Gobert comparable to Porzingis.
Cat is so inconsistent, man.
True.
That's my problem with Big Cat. Is like he makes it easy on defenses because he wants to be a 3-point shooter and a perimeter shooter at 7 foot for some damn reason. Right. That he makes it easy to defend him is because it's like, well, if you're just gonna sit up there and jack perimeter shots and you go in 6 for 20 which I believe he did last night. If you're going 6 for 20, you just made it easy on my defensive assignment. I'm not worried about you. Right. You're going to take your own self out the game because you trying to be a jump shot. And, you solid as a big man as a jump shooter, but you 7 foot. Like, use your big size and get your ass on the block. But that's not him. That's not his. That's not what he wants to be. So if that's what he wants to do, then by all means. Now, to play devil's advocate, to your point, I'm not seeing nobody on Boston's side, as in size-wise, outside of Porzingis, that can compete. Now, don't get me wrong. Al Horford, he still competes, but he's still old.
Yeah, Al Horford old.
So if you relied on him for a 7-game series in the finals against the Twin Towers of Gobert and Cat, I mean, that's a lot to ask for. And we're still worried. We're still trying to find out if Porzingis is going to even be healthy enough to even come back in this series.
Right.
So we don't even know what type of shape he's going to be if they get to the finals.
I was just going to say that. Like, how effective can he be when he comes back?
Yeah.
Coming off an injury, you'll get 2 big boys. How effective is he going to be? I don't know.
And he's been out a while.
Right. He has.
Hey, when you've been out a while, man, it don't just come back to you instantly. You got to get into a rhythm.
You got to get that game time shape.
And that's another factor that I think we got to present in this series between Boston and Indiana. Trying to get Porzingis into game shape, get him into his rhythm. But how much do you sacrifice getting Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown into their rhythm?
Right.
It's
different. It's more difficult when you come back doing playoffs than you come back during the season, because the season you got a long stretch to kind of work the kinks out.
Yeah.
In the series, one game can swing the whole series.
Every game matters.
Every game matters, right?
Yeah. Every game matters. So, I mean, we'll see what happens. I mean, I'm not saying I don't have confidence in the Celtics, but I just think that they have a lot of pressure to make sure that they win this series and win the finals, because Denver's eliminated, and to me that was their biggest threat to win the championship. That was their biggest threat. They're eliminated, and I'm not dissing on Ant in the Timberwolves. I know Ant-Man's going to show up, but he plays both ways, so there's going to be times where he's going to get gas because he does play both ways. Is Cat going to be consistent enough on the offensive side? I know McDaniels kind of showed up in the other game the other night, and some other reserve kind of Reed showed up for some stretches of that game. So I don't know. And then if you look at Dallas, you compare Boston to Dallas, man. I like Boston's defense playing the perimeter against Luka. I think Kyrie still gets his. Oh yeah, Luka still can get his, but if you put Jason Tatum on him, I know Jason Tatum can lock him down. That's
the problem with Dallas. That's why I say another thing about Dallas and the Timberwolves game. Series. Luka. Let me go. Let's say this: Minnesota role players are good enough where if Luka can try to play defense, they'll run him out and tire him out. If you don't play defense, then they just make shots all day. Anywhere it go, Luka becomes a liability
on the defensive side.
On the defensive side.
Yeah.
So my thing is it's different. That's why I say that the Timberwolves match up better against Boston.
That's fair.
Than Dallas.
Because McDaniels is like 6'6", 6'7", or something like that.
Something like that.
His length pause is pretty long enough that he was giving Luka fits.
Right.
And if you got him going up against Boston, he and to your point, that is a better matchup for Minnesota if they were both to reach to the finals. So I can rock with you on that take right there for sure. But it's a lot of things in the air on this finals. Who's gonna get there? So far, you got Boston up 1-0. I don't think that series. What was that, MJ?
I said that easily could have went in the Indy together. No. All right. Now see, Indy could have been up with nothing.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's a sweep though.
No.
No, I think when I first at the beginning of it, I said 5 games, Boston. That's what I saw. 5 games, Boston. You know, possibly 6 of Boston, like you said, play with their food.
Like always.
But I don't see 7 at all. I don't see it. I'll be surprised to see 7.
Boston, if they handle business, and I think they can handle business without Kristaps.
Yeah. To me, I would rest them.
No,
I mean, I understand.
If you go up 3-0, I think you still, and he's projected to be back game 4. You got to get him in there to get some reps so he can get that rust off, start getting it off.
Yeah.
I wouldn't give him a lot of minutes though.
Yeah, I would eat like easy man.
I'm not playing on 48.
No.
You know?
No.
I would probably do spurts, about 5-minute spurts, like give him 5 minutes, take him out, let him sit for maybe a couple more minutes, then put him back in for another 5 minutes, because you got to get that endurance up. You got to get his basketball legs on him. He got to get back and to not only mentally but physically being in the mix of a game and trying to find a rhythm.
Yeah, you got to work back into rotation with it.
Yeah,
right.
And honestly, I think if he comes back game 4, I think it benefits him and the Celtics if he even goes 5 or 6, so that you can still get those reps to get him back into the flow of things. And even if you drop a game or 2, and I'm not saying they do it on purpose, but if it goes 5 or 6 instead of 7, you get that reps that he's ready for the finals and that he's been more acclimated into playing and get more game shape in the competitive atmosphere, because you can simulate basketball games and practice all you want, but playing in the finals and getting him in game shape in there, I think that's a total different little situation and scenario that you got to get him, his his reps amped up for. So
there's a difference, with like practice shape and Eastern Conference final shape.
Right.
Big time.
Things.
Oh no, big time. So if Porzingis is ready for it, I think it presents a different dynamic. And if he's ready and he's 100% ready to go in the finals, I think that's a huge difference of how that roster looks going against either Minnesota or Dallas. I think that's a huge difference.
Doubt.
Yep.
And that makes it a little bit more easier for Boston to host that Larry O'Brien trophy. And plus, let's look at it, man. The Celtics are tied at 17 titles with the Lakers. They got a little bit motivation to break this tie right now.
Right.
They got a little bit more motivation to do it. So, I mean, I'm not happy for it because I'm not a Celtics fan. Damn them.
Yeah. So I like to see them lose.
I like to see.
That. You know what I'm saying? I don't dislike the players they have now. That's what makes it so hard, though. You know what I'm saying? Because the players have now, I have no issue with them.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying, but it's still Boston.
Yeah, and it always F Boston, bro.
You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like I'm torn, but it's Boston, though. You know?
Oh no, I ain't torn. Damn them. Damn them sons of bitches, man.
I would feel about Boston the same way I feel about Philly.
Let's get into one of the bigger topics that we wanted to talk about.
All right.
Mel had hit me up the other day. So there's a $13 million NIL deal done wrong. So there's a lawsuit out there from a former Florida Gator. Shout out to your Gators, MJ.
Right.
He was promised, or what it seems like, what I read, that he was promised, I guess, a $13 million NIL deal. So Jayden Rashada, quarterback, he was recruited by Florida. I guess from his lawsuit and what it seems like, he was promised some kind of $13 million deal. So he alleges Billy Napier promised the player's father a $1 million partial payment upon signing. So that's $1 million upon signing. He says he never got the money, and the boosters never fulfilled the deal.
Right.
So this goes back to one of the bigger conversations. Me and MJ has had it multiple times. Of course, we have had it on a day show multiple times about this NIL. Now this is unprecedented, and this is where this lawsuit is going to matter. Because now, since then, Rashada has committed to Miami Hurricanes, and he was promised $9.5 million with the Canes. So he then decommitted and then flipped to the Florida Gators, and then he signed a national letter of intent during the December signing period. However, he didn't enroll at Florida. His arrival in Gainesville was contingent on a 4-year, $13.85 million NIL deal. Right. And so he has since then asked for his release for his letter of intent when the deal fell through. Hey, man, this is a whole bunch of mess.
It is.
And this is why I think this lawsuit is going to shape NIL down the line.
Begin to shape. I agree.
Because, right now there's really no parameters on it.
It's the Wild Wild West.
Yeah, it is. It's the Wild Wild West. And when you see things like this is what's going to start forming certain rules, parameters, and how they're going to do the NIL. And to be honest, from the beginning, I was all for the players getting their money, because you see these coaches making godly amounts of money. But when you see situations like this, I'm over here flip-flopping schools because what was promised to me and what I was supposed to get, and nothing was. This is a mess, and this is going to kill. In my opinion, this is going to kill college football, because it's not about, hey, I'm going to this school because they have a good engineer department and I'm major in engineering, but I still want to play football, and they got a good football program.
Right.
To me, this situations like this eliminate the student part of the student athlete.
Correct.
It 100% eliminates, and I think it's going to become an issue, because now you're not seeing players choose schools based on what type of degree or possible, education they can get. They're looking for the biggest payday.
And the kids didn't step on the field yet.
Yeah, go ahead, MJ. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
He didn't even step on the field yet, and he wants all this money.
Yeah, right. Here's my thing. I don't think the idea of college, high school players choosing school based on money always been that way, except they was betting on the money in the future. But now they're betting on the money right now.
Yeah.
And here's where Nick Saban's argument has some validity. When he started talking about how players will come in and choose a school based on the kind of money you can give them, based on what kind of benefits they can get.
Yeah.
Now I think the governing bodies and all the parties involved should take this as a heed to, okay, let's start seeing what we need to kind of tweak it a little bit. Sometimes when things like this happen, they over adjust and mess up a good thing. I think NIL is still a good thing. I think that now you need to start putting some parameters and things in there where this can't happen.
Yeah.
Because this is the bad side of it when you don't have any kind of rules and parameters, where you got people just flip-flop and jump from school to school, and like MJ said, haven't even hit the field yet.
Yeah.
You get a high school, a 5-star recruit coming out of high school, and then he decides to shop himself around until he finds the right amount of money. I think that's wrong too. I think they should commit to a school and then see what the school can offer them. Because if you say, okay, I'm gonna wait and I'm gonna put myself out here and I'm gonna get this. No, I don't like that deal. I will get that. Now, on the other side of that, Florida shouldn't have been promising stuff they probably had no intention to give them.
True.
You know what I'm saying? So it's not like one side is right and one side is wrong. Both sides, are wrong.
Oh yeah, I can agree with that.
Because from a college standpoint, if you're going to tell a player, this is what I'm going to give you, you need to stand by that. It's no different between offering them a scholarship and saying, all site, you can't get the scholarship if you get here. Same thing. You know what I'm saying? Because scholarship technically is money.
Yeah.
So Florida's wrong in that regard. The player's wrong for flip-flopping and jumping around, trying to find out, okay, well, I can give here, and then don't decommit, and all that stuff. They need to find a way to stop all that. That's just my opinion. I don't like that part of the NIL. I love the fact they get money. You know what I'm saying? We've been saying that, screaming that for a long time.
Yeah.
If the coaches in the school is making billions of dollars from these players, then the players should get something. There's no way that a player that's trying to sell his jersey, not because somebody wanted because he's a famous player, so he can eat.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So he can pay his rent or whatever. So he can pay his bills, whatever that bill may be.
Yeah.
There's no way a star, especially a star player, should have to do that. No way. Yeah. So yeah, I like NIL for that.
Yeah.
I just think, like I said, as it goes along, they need to tweak it as they go. Okay, here's a problem. Let's tweak this. Yeah. Let's find a way to fix that. Let's put some rules and regulations in place to fix that particular issue. I mean, that's how this country was built. That's what amendments are.
Yeah.
When they come through, we need to make an amendment for that. And then wrote an amendment to fix that. It's no different. That's how they should do the NIL.
I feel you. And now I'm about to say something. I don't know who's going to agree, but that's the point of this platform.
Here we go.
I think we need to take it a step back.
Okay, go ahead.
And I'm talking to the parents because I'm a parent. You're a parent. MJ, you're a parent. I want you to be around your kid in this situation and say, hey, I want you to focus on where you can get the proper education first. And the reason why I say that is because not everything is promised in this game of football. You can be the most gifted football player, whatever position it is on the planet Earth. It takes one hit for all that shit to go away. So this is why I'm saying take it back. Take it a step back as parents. Get into these young men's ears and like, hey, son, I love you. I know you're talented at football, but the game can disappear as quick as it came to you. And I want you to go to the proper place that has the proper education for you and look at the football as secondary. Because
well, see, here you gotta look at it this way too. It has to go back to Little League. Because you think about it from this standpoint. I remember players in high school that's getting pushed through.
Yeah.
Our players. So if you wait to college, you know what I'm saying, they're already messed up in the head because they feel, hey, I got pushed through in high school. What's up?
Ain't even caring about you.
Ain't care about you. So I think it needs to go back when they start off getting ready to play organized sports. You teach them those fundamentals of, okay, look, this is not a guarantee.
Yeah.
Anything can happen.
Yeah.
Have you a plan B? I tell my kids all the time, have a plan B.
Yeah.
Have a contingent plan. And then have a plan B for that plan B. You know what I'm saying? So, and then I think the idea of parents pushing kids to just seek out that money, it's no different. It was always like that. Forget the education. You're going to be a star, get that money. That's always been like that. Now, NIL just made it worse.
Yeah.
Because now they don't have to wait. I ain't say.
He said, "Mar, you going to say, get that money. I need a new house." And I'll be honest, the human aspect of me, especially depending on how my funds is at, I might say, hey, hey, go get your money, son. Go do it, and then get to the pros, and then maybe or I would push for them to go back and get their education. Because you see pro athletes all the time go back and finish their degree later on.
Yeah, they realize, I
because they
realize football.
Exactly.
You need money.
Yeah, you need something. Because
you think, go ahead. Let me cut you. Go ahead.
Because what I'm saying is that at the end of the day, we see pro athletes do it all the time when they go back. Some do it, at some point in time in their career, or they do it after their pro career was done, and they put it on the back burner, but they still go and get it. Because the good thing about education is these universities aren't going nowhere. So you got the chance to always continue your education no matter what. The thing about it is that I prefer that, if I had a son in this situation, I would prefer him to get his education as the student athlete. We put student in front of athlete. That means student should be the priority. That's how it's named, student athlete, not athlete student. If that was the case, then I could understand making the athletics far more important than being a student. But with this NIL, it's making it such a money-hungry, money-first type of situation that these kids are forgetting that they're supposed to be student athletes. And they're looking at their business and how to, market themselves and make their name a business, which is fine. I'm all for it. I just don't like the fact that the student part gets lost amongst the NIL, that if they get a career-ending injury, what the hell do you got to fall back on? Because that NIL money gonna dry out.
Oh yeah, you ain't playing, you ain't get paid.
And as mom and dad, I'm not gonna sit here and fund you forever. You a grown-ass kid. You better go out and go get a job. And, and if you ain't got the hustle, or if you ain't got no education, man, you better holler at McDonald's, man. They always hiring.
Can I help you, please?
How satisfied you gonna be with slinging fries?
For real.
Gotta get that credit right.
Yeah, get your credit right or something. Start building credit. I don't know what you're gonna do. But, hey, the NIL money can only go so far, especially if you get that injury and you can't play ball no more. What are you gonna fall back on now? Now you just another motherfucker with no damn education.
Amazon always hiring.
Yeah, Amazon always hiring too.
Always.
But that Amazon, hey, Amazon gonna work you now.
Are you gonna work?
Amazon gonna work you now.
Hey, it's training camp every day.
Hey,
shit, you working?
They gonna work you now. You gonna be flinging them damn boxes.
Earn every dollar.
You gonna be flinging them boxes.
Oh, for real.
Because I know
worked the recycling plant. I hated that shit.
Hey, I know plenty of people that worked at Amazon. They walked in that bitch 320. They walked out that motherfucker 205. They gonna work you.
They gonna work you.
They went from big to slim. So if you want a workout plan and get some money and get paid for it, Amazon's your place. Really? But how satisfying is that gonna be? What's the track movement of getting to management and getting to the actual 6 figures being an Amazon worker? What's the likelihood is that? So look, this situation is a mess up situation. It really is. It's so many layers that I think can go, so many different types of ways this thing can go.
Right.
Something
has cautionary tale.
Oh yeah,
it is cautionary tale for parents and students who coming this way. It's cautionary tale for university. It's cautionary tale for NCAA. This is whatever happens in this lawsuit is gonna set precedents for the rest of the NIL story.
Big time.
You know what I'm saying? If he wins,
it's gonna be a future black eye to him.
Right. If he wins, that's gonna be rough for them to try to set a lot of guidelines they need to set, because everybody gonna go to sue. I'm about to sue.
But you know what? This is the NCAA's fault.
Oh, it always is.
You know why it's their fault is because they knew before they even implemented NIL, they knew at some point in time that we just can't keep making all these billions of dollars off these football and basketball players, and they not, just gonna shut up and be quiet and be happy with tuition in a room and board. At some point in time, they knew that, hey, there's gonna be a day that we gonna have to pay the toll.
What's his name again? What we talking about? What's his name?
Rashad Jaden. Jaden Rashada. My fault.
Jaden Rashada, yeah.
Like they had to know at some point in time that this was gonna be coming down the road, So now NIL is what, maybe 2 years old now?
Oh my God, 2-3 years old, yeah.
2-3 years old. So, but even before they rolled out NIL, they should have been prepared. Hey, how are we going to set up a payment plan, guidelines, and system for these players, for football, basketball, whatever? How are we going to set it up? They should have already been thinking about down the road. Let's get a plan in action set up. Have it already to somewhere where, they can go ahead and have certain, I guess, pay tiers. I guess if that makes sense, but parameters so that you can avoid this lawsuit.
Let me ask you a question. Do you think now that NIL is here, should the old way of football and basketball supporting the rest of the sport, should that still stay in place, or should it go away? Let the other sports get in where they fit in, get their own deal, get their own money?
Well, I think at this point in time, I think you still got to rock with football and basketball still supporting your athletic department, because unfortunately, you're going to have football players and basketball players. That's the most popular sports. People are always going to tune in for that. Unless you're at certain schools like Oklahoma, who has an outstanding softball
dynasty over there.
You got a dynasty.
There's some big girls, man.
Yeah.
I mean, not big guys and fat. They some big corn-fed girls, man.
Yeah, it's the red clay, bro.
For real.
You like Penn State and Iowa have outstanding wrestling?
Yeah, they got outstanding.
Right.
Yeah, Iowa State in the Midwest, they got Penn State. Yeah, they got great wrestling programs. Yep. So until your other athletic programs, which will probably never happen, where you'll never see the baseball program or the wrestling program ever probably bring in the same amount as a football program. Right. I think that's just natural progression of the football game. It's always going to be at the top, and basketball is going to be right behind it. I just think it's always going to be like that. And I think you have to continue to, fund.
That's all right.
Take those funds and so say Missouri, for instance, because they're part of the SEC, the football program probably brings in $130 million a year, right? Okay. And I'm guesstimating, but I'm probably not too far about this. But I'm probably not too far off. So $130 million a year. Basketball probably brings in another $90 million a year. So there's, right off gate, there's $220 million right there between two programs of the athletic department a year bringing in money. I think that those respective programs, so the football program should see, let's say 75% of that. Okay. At $130 million. Okay. The rest should be spread amongst the other departments just to make sure that you still have those departments, because people still go to school to play certain athletics. They still go to school to play volleyball, swim, track, golf. Golf. Yeah. So still fund those departments so that you can actually keep them part of your school, because there's still kids that want to participate on a college level at those respective sports. Still, you should still be able to do that. Now, I'm not saying that they should, not see none of it, because there's still programs that they're still going to bring in money. Wrestling programs still going to bring in money. So is baseball and track and field, but they're not going to do it to the degree of a football or basketball program. They're just not. That's just a given. So to me, it would be selfish as a football and basketball program to hold 100% of your money. Granted, you put the work in, your sport's popular. I get that point, but look at it as a grand scheme, as an athletic department of the school. It should be, you should spread that love to your comrades who play golf and play baseball and play hockey or wrestling or any other program that is on that campus. Because they understand your grind. They understand what it takes to be an athletic student athlete. They understand that grind. I wouldn't want to be that greedy. That's just me personally. If I'm part of the football program and we bringing in $130 million, hey, I don't care if we spread some to the other programs who are not going to get that same publicity. That's as a program. But as in the NIL, as in name, image, and likeness, for me, if you're going to make it a parameter where I see 90% of my proceeds and the other 10 get spread amongst the college, so well. You should have a rule. You should have a 3. God damn.
3.7.
You know how much?
You know what I mean? Athletes ain't getting that.
Wait, no. You
You ain't have a football team in some schools.
Schools say NIL deal.
Right. Some of them can't spell. Some of them can't spell NIL.
Hey, bro. Well, you know how many programs is about to get fucked up because they deal, dog.
3 point what?
3.7.
Yeah, our students gotta do what?
Right.
The grades gotta be.
Hey man, you gotta understand some of these football players and basketball players, they come from the mud.
For real.
And where it comes where they not really thinking about education.
But the issue is not even that, because you know a lot of smart people come out the mud, but the problem is the fact that throughout their whole time they've been pushed through, and had never really took the time to teach them. Yeah, you know, even if someone has like, you know, you have some people have dyslexic. That is dyslexic, you know. But because you're an athlete, we're not even addressing that issue. Nigga, you don't even know how to read. Fuck that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You got a wicked jump shot.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You got to just shoot the ball. That's all you need to worry about. That kind of thing.
Put the ball in the hoop.
Right. You don't have to read that shit. You know what I'm saying?
You don't need to read and put the ball in the hoop. What's wrong with that?
That's the bigger issue.
Yeah.
You know, pushing them through. So then they get to a time, like you said earlier, they get injured, you know, have no career. Going back to school ain't no option either. Because it's not even saying it to be joking. Some of them may be reading and comprehending on a 5th grade level or 6th grade level.
That's true.
How you gonna go to college?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you're doing them a disservice.
Huge disservice.
By not giving them the basis, a foundation. So if they decide they want to go back and get education, they can. I think that's a bigger issue that need to be discussed about this whole system. You know, you look at what's his name, Dexter Manley. You know what I'm saying? His story he tells, and a couple other people tells about, hey man, I couldn't read, or I couldn't do this, I couldn't do that. I didn't know the basics of that, but because I can block, because I can catch, because I can run, you know, they just push me on through.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? That part needs to be addressed before you can start putting demands on 3.7. And I'm not talking about Ant in general. I'm just using an example. Yeah, by putting demands on a grade point average. But I had to start way back when I was younger.
But to Ant's point, I know his 3.7 GPA is a little egregious, but
right, man.
I do agree that they should put a parameter on it where you need to maintain a certain GPA level.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah,
but like I said, start at the beginning, give them that foundation so they can maintain that with standard that you want to maintain. That's a bigger issue.
What are you saying? I got to go to class. Play football.
Bro, I knew this one dude, he's getting scholarships, man, left and right. And I see him in the hallway in high school. He has this big old bag in his shoulder, not a book in it. I be going to class, he be sitting on the wall. I come out of class, still standing on the same wall. Then he got injured. Then he couldn't use them scholarships. So now he knows, so he wasted his time, didn't get any education. You know what I'm saying? Now it's harder for him to find. So I'm not saying you can't, but it's harder. Putting yourself behind that. You putting yourself behind. I'm not a big person. I'm not really big on everybody got to go to college. You know what I'm saying? Because college is not for everybody. And and plus, if you're gonna put yourself in debt, if you don't have to. Now, certain things like being a doctor, I want that motherfucker to have an education.
That's a big
fact. Before you start operating on me.
Yeah. I don't want you to cut me open. You don't even know which way.
And I want to be from a reputable university. You went to Babalo Tech, how about you a doctor? Fuck that. You're not working on me. You know what I'm saying? You went to Six Flags High? No, motherfucker. You're not working on me.
That's Six Flags High, bro. Here's another aspect.
Right, Ant.
I need every university, since NIL's been implemented, it's already in. Start working on the rules and parameters and how to get it in line so we avoid situations like this Jaden Rashad situation. But I need every university to implement financial literacy for every person that has an NIL deal.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's so important. Because it's okay. Floss a little bit. I know if I was 19, 20 years old getting $5 million a year, I'm going to floss.
I'm going to flossing. I ain't going to lie.
19, I know.
Like I was 19?
I know. I'm a floss. I'm a floss. I ain't going to lie. I'm a floss.
Oh, that'd be my whole thing.
But I still need to be taught financial literacy.
I agree.
On how to manage my money, how to tell people no.
Right.
How to, make sure that don't get sucked into some pyramid schemes or suck it into some investment that's not going to pan out.
Right.
I need to
happened to Dan Marino.
Bro, I need to know financial literacy. You need to know how to manage your money, especially at 19, 20 years old. First of all, you need to know about taxes because your NIL deal is going to get taxed.
And you don't pay your tax on that? You know, IRS, they're some motherfuckers. They'll wait till you owe them $1 million. Oh, yeah, by the way.
Bro.
It could be 3 years down the road.
Right.
The most gangster of most gangsters in the world ain't got nothing on IRS.
For real.
Matter of fact, the biggest gangsters in the world got taken down by the IRS.
Mm-hmm. Anybody trying to invest? But you're right, man. I think that's part of the issue too. Is like on the other side of the coin, people need to look at is this education, and I'm talking about basic education. Give them the basic fundamentals they can make an informed decision. A lot of them don't have enough foundation under them to make a informed decision. All they see is dollar signs.
Yeah,
they're not
your name
reading the contract or understanding the contract, or even have enough common sense to say, "Let me get a lawyer and see the money."
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So some of these things need to be implemented while they're young. You know what I'm saying? And people say, "Well, start at home." Yeah, I agree. Some of these motherfuckers don't have parents at home.
Yeah.
I mean,
you know what I'm saying? Or some of them may have a single parent and they always working because we all know shit is expensive.
Yeah.
Shit costs. You know what I'm saying? I work 3 jobs.
Build them up.
You know what I'm saying? So I know. And so my thing is, yeah, I agree it starts at home, but sometimes if you say I want you to be a star, then you have to help. You take on some of that responsibility.
Yeah.
Because I'm coming to you using me, my talent to make money.
Yeah. And that hey man, I would hate to see these kids get this money and then all of a sudden it's just gone in an instant and then injury and then because we already know the moment that they can't play, university is they get bye.
Yep, I know with you.
Bye. You can't help my football team. What can I do? What can you do for me?
Right. That's what it is.
Because you damn sure not putting butts in the seats. You're not having that ticket rail tick.
Mm-hmm.
You're not having these jersey sales go.
Right.
You're not helping the bottom line, and you damn sure ain't helping me out on the field. And they will boot you out that university as soon as you came in. And you better have enough NIL money left over to get your U-Haul, because we damn sure ain't gonna get you with that.
For real. I get your cousin to come get this shit.
Yeah. Or it's gonna be on the sidewalk with a for free sign. Pick it up.
Right.
It's yours. Somebody got a new Xbox and shit.
An organic estate sale. So we call it. When you get evicted, it's called an organic estate sale.
It organically happened.
You know what I'm saying?
How's that for pop-up? Yeah.
Right.
Pop-up garage sale. You grab it, it's yours.
Right.
Willing to negotiate.
Hey man, it's a shame that they did not prepare themselves for this situation.
They never do.
It's
bro.
a shame. It's a shame that they didn't see the parameters or the dark side of the NIL.
Right.
Of potentially what can be tumultuous, not only for the university, because now look at this from the university side. If you got a top player feels that he has to sue you, and because he was promised something and he never got it, you don't think these other athletes down the pipe are seeing the same thing? Why would I go mess with Florida?
Right.
They playing with my man's money right now. Why would I go there? They gonna play with my money.
Right.
That's a blackout to the university.
For real. It is. It is for sure.
So I mean, there's other athletes that's going to be in that position in the upcoming years. They gonna look at this situation like, man, I remember Jayden Rashad's situation, man.
Right.
I don't know if
me.
Ain't gonna be me. Let me go to Florida State now. Let me go to Miami, or let me go somewhere else, because Florida, y'all play with people's money.
For real, man.
Offering $13 million,
and then to pay $1 million to his dad as part of the plan. I mean, like that sounds shady.
Yep,
it sounds shady.
Hella shady.
You know what I'm saying? Why would you? The NIL deal is supposed to be a deal based on a kid as a brand.
Yeah.
Why are we paying your dad $1 million? You know what I'm saying? And I mean, you know what I'm saying? That should be your responsibility. Which when I give you your money, and you want your dad to get paid, that's on you. Your dad not playing football for the University of Florida. You are. So why am I paying him $1 million? That shit just sounds shady.
Florida should never jump into that agreement anyway.
Right. They should say, no, we can't do that. You know, we can pay you. This is what we can offer you, and whatever it is, you know, you stand by your offer. This is what we can offer you.
Man, I have never had a job or gone somewhere to a job like, hey man, before y'all hired me, man, if I sign my name on this employment contract, hey man, send 10 racks to my mom's.
You know what I'm saying?
Never been in no situation like
and
that.
Look, I got 3 baby mamas. For y'all sign me, I need 10 grand to go to each one.
No, man, B.
For real. I mean, that don't make sense. That don't make sense, bro.
Hey, MJ, you right. Always have a plan B.
One way or another.
Hey, man, as long as there's stairs in the world, I'm not worried.
Oh, wow. Sir.
Hey, Kitty set precedents.
I mean, no, sir. No, sir. No, sir. No, but man, a great conversation today. Good conversation, man. We're gonna shut it down, man. Hey, make sure y'all tap in, watch some sports, man. We'll be back Monday to talk whatever happens over the weekend. There's a lot going on. Don't forget, there's some Stanley Cup playoffs that's going on right now.
Right.
I can't even tell you who's still left in it.
Rangers just lost last night. Was it last night?
Yeah.
The Panthers up one on the Rangers.
Yeah.
That's the only one I saw. I mean, I usually watch hockey, but I haven't watched any hockey this year, man.
No, I can tell you. You got the Stars and the Edmonton Oilers. So Dallas Stars, Edmonton Oilers, they play today. They play tonight, I should say. Then you got Panthers and Rangers in the East. So the Panthers are up 1-0. They play tomorrow. So yeah, man. Got some Stanley Cup playoffs. A lot of baseball in full swing.
Right.
I do know there's some college sports going on. I do believe that softball and baseball in the college world are starting to get to their super regionals. So they're starting to get closer to College World Series and softball World Series soon.
Arizona Pac-12 champ.
Yeah. WNBA is in full tilt.
Yep.
So
And the Aces looking like they need Chelsea Gray back, man.
Who?
The Aces need Chelsea Gray back. You know, she out on injury. Yeah,
Hey,
they was getting whooped.
Hey, they all right though.
I mean, it's still new. I mean, it's still early in the season. I'm just saying.
Yeah, it's still early in the season, but hey, the New York Liberty look like for real. Them and the Connecticut Suns.
New York Liberty look like that every year, and they choke. They choke.
Nah. They be all right. They be all right. So, yeah, y'all tap in with hey, keep your eyes peeled on all the sports. We'll be talking about some of the major things on Monday. Until then, hey, going over to I.OW Sports Network, Facebook, Instagram, and most importantly, I.OW Sports 1 on Twitter. And then go ahead and tap in with the YouTube channel at I.OW Sports Network. Like, share, subscribe, hit that bell notification, lets you know every time we go live. And no, Caitlin Clark is not overrated. She's just in stiffer competition. That's all.
Shout out to Caitlin Clark looking like Miss Doubtfire on Jenny Craig.
Nah, don't do that. Hey man, we getting out of here because man, it's been real. Jersey boy MJ, Walmart, Detroit man, he tripping. Hey, we'll check y'all out Monday, man. Peace and love.